Should we just jump in and talk about this main event? Alex Pereira versus Magomed, Ankalaev.
I mean, if that's where you want to start, we could start there. We could start from the top, work to the bottom, and then you could tell us about how you're really feeling.
Yeah, I think we should start with this main event, man. If there's one thing I've learned a long time ago, it's not to bet against Alex Pereira. Okay. Now
I
I think Magomed is the best, second best in the division. So I'm really excited for this fight. But man, that boy hits different. I think he's going night night.
uh yeah, okay. So Alex Pereira, he hits different. We acknowledge that. If there's one thing I've learned, it's to always bet against Alex, even though I always lose. However, this time will be the one time that I do bet for Alex Pereira. And let me tell you something real quick. I don't think that it's going to be a knockout. Sure, he has all this power. He's explosive on the feet, but here's what people are missing. He's actually a legit black belt. He's very good with jiu-jitsu. And here's what's going to happen. He's going to clip up his opponent. His opponent's going to rush in for the takedown, and Alex is going to submit him. This is going to be a submission by Alex Pereira. Mark my words. Submission.
Don't tell me you're putting money on that.
Oh, I am.
Like you said before, I'm good with calculations.
I'm good with calculation. Dog, the last one I hit 8 out of 9, bro. 8 out of 9.
I don't see that happening, man. Do you think there's a world where Ankalaev can win this fight?
I'm not too familiar. I think I've only seen like a couple of his fights. But there is a world because he's great at wrestling, correct? And Alex has been working on it, but that's not really his forte. So if he just takes him down enough and exhausts him enough, then anyone who's a great striker is going to crumble. We've seen that time and time again. Your boy Sugar Sean, we saw that. We saw that with my boy McGregor. We saw that.
He had
See this over and over again.
Sean had a staph infection, I think. Unconfirmed.
He had a losing infection, and boy, it hit hard.
Okay. Unconfirmed. Here's the thing: when Ankalaev fought Yan, if you remember that fight, Yan chopped his leg so badly Ankalaev couldn't even walk. He was limping for half the fight. And if Yan did that, I think Alex's key to victories is going to be to chop that leg with his powerful leg kicks, and then after he's limping, glass him. And it's lights out round 2 or 3.
Here's that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He's probably gonna chop at those legs, but because he's such a big time wrestler, he's gonna shoot. And when he shoots, Alex is gonna wrap him up, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a submission. It's going to be
interesting. It'll be interesting. It's possible. But I will say Ankalaev has earned my respect in his last few fights. Like his striking is actually quite crisp. Like he's a better striker than I think most people Alex has fought.
What were his last couple of fights? Didn't he fight Sergey?
He fought, I think Rakic may have been his last one.
Rakic.
I have to pull it up. But his last few, he's looked good. He knocked out Johnny Walker in their rematch. Okay, he was looking really good in that one too. If you remember Johnny Walker.
Johnny Glass Jaw Walker.
Yeah. Gets knocked out in
real big accomplishment there.
He's pretty good. He's a pretty good fighter. He's respectable. You know?
He's respectable. He's very entertaining. I'll give him that. But that boy got a glass chin. We all know that. No offense, Johnny Walker. I know you're going to be watching this. No offense. You got a glass chin, my nigga. And that dude be getting knocked out. He be getting knocked out in the wild.
Knocked out, and then his knockout gets knocked out.
Yeah. Whoa. Looking like motherfucking LeBron James flopping out there and shit.
Yeah, but anyway, so I think that's we're on the same page. I got Alex by knockout. You got Alex by submission in a bizarre turn of events. But I think it's gonna be a really good fight.
I do too, and because I'm betting on Alex getting the submission, then the other guy's gonna end up winning.
Well, I hope not. You do be having that Drake effect sometimes, but it's because you're making dumb bets. This one's actually not too bad. It's just not going to
be eight out of 9, Nick. 8 out of 9. That's all I got to say.
For the first time. For the first time in years. Slide them glasses back on, boy. Hit them slopes. There it is.
I'm bad with calculation.
Yeah. So why don't we talk about this co-main event? Heartbreaking that Dan Glasshand Hooker's not going to be in it, but this is an exciting rematch. Not as good of a fight, but Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev.
Woo-wee, man, Dan Hooker, he turned Super Saiyan these last year or two. So that does kind of suck. But I will say, just like Robert Whitaker said, that Justin Gaethje versus what's that dude's name again?
Fiziev. Rafael.
Yeah, yeah, that was an absolute banger, bro.
It
So
was.
I
It was.
think that this time around, I think Gaethje's probably gonna get glassed.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty hard knockout that he had his last fight, and and Fiziev is just fucking on point, man. That dude's striking and everything is brilliant, brilliant.
Really good. I
Although
mean,
his last fight, I don't think I really enjoyed too much. I can't remember what it was. I think it was his last one.
mm,
Uh, but I'm gonna go with him, man. I think Gaethje has reached the end of his time, man. That's what
yeah.
I think.
I think Dan Hooker versus him would have been a great fight. They're almost like the same fighter. Like they're both strong. They could both take a lot of damage, but neither of them are like super technically that great. They sort of end up just throwing balls to the wall. And this is an unpopular opinion, but I think there's just levels to this game, and I think Justin Gaethje's at a decent level, but there's a lot of guys who are better than him. Like he was talking about winning this and going for a title shot. It wouldn't happen. Islam would completely dismantle him. And, the first time he fought Raphael, Justin really earned my respect. He showed a lot of heart. He was getting a beat down. Then the second half of the fight, he just started turning up and he was slugging and going. I was like, you know what? I fuck with you, Justin. That being said,
Mm-hmm.
he went up against Max. If you remember, we were talking about that at 300. I was like, yo, there's no way Justin's going to win because he's just not that good. He's not as good as Max. He's not that good of a striker in comparison to some of these other guys.
Yeah. He's a little wild with it. He's got that kind of like Dreykus effect where it's just like he's kind of awkward with it. Fiziev, I think, is a lot more tighter with his shots, which is what I think is probably going to end up taking the cake for him. But it would be cool. Like if Justin won, a fight that I would like to see is Justin versus Topuria. I think that'd be kind of dope.
Justin would get glassed up.
I know he can beat up, bro.
I
You can't play with that man, Topuria. You can't play with that man.
I know. Listen, I look before the Max fight. I was like, listen, yeah, he got Volk. Maybe it was a fluke. Then in the Max fight, I was like, oh fuck, he's the real deal. Now it's even to the point where it's like they putting up talking about him versus Islam, and I'm like, Islam might get taken out, dog. I don't know anymore. Dog. I don't know. He's made me a believer.
I think Topuria is probably gonna piece up Islam, in my opinion. That dude's hands are just so good.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. But going back to the Gaethje fight, yeah, I got Gaethje losing that one. Probably I don't know about knockout, but I think Fiziev has learned enough since then to just keep it tight. And plus Justin's had a couple fights since then, or was it just one? I think it was just one, right? Just Max Holloway?
He may have had a few. Let's see, his last ones. Holloway. Yeah, no, he fought Dustin after that. That's right. Dustin was after that. So he
Oh,
had
Dustin was after
KO
that.
Dustin.
Mm.
It could go either way but I think Justin only has like a power puncher's chance. I think Fiziev is like you said, more technically sound. So I'm gonna go with Fiziev by decision.
Ooh, I like that. I think that's probably what I'll go for as well. I don't think that there's going to be a finish. It's really hard to finish a guy like Justin unless he's just absolutely gassed out. And
Yeah.
that takes an act of God alone. Because you can knock him out while he's standing up, basically, and he'll just swing and then he'll just come back to it.
It's
He
true.
gets knocked out like 5 times on his feet. No one really just knows. He's still standing up and swinging.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, if he throwing punches unconscious.
Yeah.
It took Max, 4 minutes and 59 seconds. So,
Yeah. Well, 24 minutes and 59 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you fucked that up. 24 minutes, 59 seconds.
59 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the rest of this card, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too excited about. Yeah, Bobby Green's on there.
Ooh, King Green. Don't be dead naming that nigga. That man.
Yeah, King Green, Mauricio Ruffy. I'm not too familiar with Ruffy, but I'm actually going to bet against Green, uh, because that guy made the dumbest mistake against Paddy one could ever make. He totally chumped out and said, "I'm gonna knock you out," and then goes to shoot.
Yeah, he was getting pieced up by Patty, bro. You can't. You lost all credibility after that. But then again, like Patty isn't that bad either. So we got to also acknowledge that Green probably looked at Patty as if he was just easy, kind of like Izzy looked at Strickland, kind of like the other Izzy and Dreykus, the many other examples where someone under Sean and fucking Yan or what's his face, people underestimating their opponent. I think that's what happened with Green and Patty. But I would like to go for Green. I want Green to make a comeback. He's an exciting fighter.
I like him too. I'm not too familiar with Mauricio's game.
Me neither. But I know Green is like a massive underdog, considering how he lost to Patty. God.
Patty's doing all right though. Patty's moving up to fight Chandler next, man. That's gonna be a great fight.
Wait, I thought that fight was canceled.
Nah, fam. I think that's on the Miami card, maybe.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Chandler on that, even though that's not what this card is about. But I think it's about time Chandler gets a fucking win, bro. My God, he hasn't won in years, right?
I've been seeing more videos about Chandler's cheating tactics during fighting, and I've been like, damn, I actually and they'll show like the videos with it, and I'm like, oh, I don't like him as much now. And I'm seeing
that's what Dustin was saying what, like last week, that he was like biting his fingers and everything like that. Or Dustin bit his fingers because he was like putting his finger in his mouth and like it back.
Yeah, he was trying to lift his face up for the choke, and he put his fingers in his mouth.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, but no, that's confirmed. That's on the Miami card, April 12th with whatchamacallit, Volkanovski and Lopez headlining, and then Michael Chandler and Patty Pimblett as co-main. Oh, don't forget Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva.
Oh yeah, I got Jan Silva.
Well, we gotta talk about this card another time, but
that one I can get hyped about. This UFC, couple good fights. It's going to be entertaining, but of course, it all depends on the foundation of it, which is the early prelims and prelims. We see finishes and bangers, and that just sets the precedence for the main card. Yeah, every time. Not last weekend, but the one before there was just like finish after finish after finish. Man, that was fucking nuts.
Yeah, but it's a different level when it's actually a bunch of fighters that you care about. Big name fighters and stuff, and it's a little bit of a different level. This card, kind of weak and then the macro, but with a great main event and decent co-main.
Yeah, it's weak on surface level, but I'm telling you, if these people come out like from start to finish, just banging and banging and banging, submitting, finishing, then it has potential, man. Any card has potential. We've seen that happen.
No, yeah, I think there's going to be exciting fights, just not a lot of big name fights. But
yeah, I'm not too invested into it. Honestly, I think I only have about maybe 3 or 4 years left of watching UFC because my heart can't handle the anxiety when it's actually fights that I really want to see.
I know. I'd be getting legit adrenaline.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. But
so do you think your girlfriend's gonna be watching that main event?
You know she is. She'll be wearing her shirt. She'll be cheering for Alex. You know she cried when he got knocked out by Izzy.
Did she really?
Yeah, she had tears in her eyes. God dang. Dang, she didn't talk to me for a little while either. She really likes him a lot.
Hard times when your girl is in love with a UFC champion, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. If Alex Pereira wanted her, like, yeah, take her out. What am I going to do? Shoot him? It won't even help.
You think he'll just eat that bullet?
Yeah. But it'll be fun. I'm excited to watch it. Are you going to be able to watch it?
Yeah, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching.
Oh, sweet. I think we should try what we tried before. Me, you, and Ben FaceTime, and then we'll stream the fights.
We could do that for a couple of them. The only thing is when we streamed before, our streams have been out of whack. And every second matters in the fight game. That's why I've been hesitant, but I can give it a shot.
You know what we could do? If you want to, we can go half on it so we don't have to worry about it freezing.
If there was ever a card I was gonna go half on, it wouldn't be this motherfucking card. Okay. Nah,
Yeah, stupid.
I think Jake sized us well enough, you know.
I mean, yeah, but also like sometimes that doesn't work all that well. Just go half on it, man. Come on.
I'll think about it. I'll think about
Yeah. So we can
Thanks.
FaceTime and watch it live and not worry about any of that.
it. Maybe. We'll see. I'm just gonna hype on the as macro. I don't think I'm gonna need to, but we'll see. But anyways, should we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Alex Pereira's going to get that submission probably round 4. Justin's going to get knocked out, and Bobby Green's going to take it with a knockout victory.
Okay, I got Alex by KO round 2 or 3. I've got Fiziev by decision in an entertaining fight, and we'll see what happens with Bobby. I'm not sure. UFC 313. This is Mommy Issues MMA. And
we're out.
I thought you were going to say the calculation.
We are good with calculation.
All right. And we are going to end that recording.